Well, I was just talking to Australia. Some guys down under. Jeff, to be exact. Good times. It's like talking into the future. It's tomorrow there. This is KD8SLG. Anybody out there for wasting some time before the net starts tonight?
W8WKY.
Oh, nobody wants to talk to you, Nick. KD8PC, how you doing?
All right, man. There's my partner in crime tonight. No responsibilities whatsoever. How's the birthday boy there, Dustin? How's the birthday boy? Does it feel any different being a year older?
I made another trip around the sun. I drank a little too much whiskey, and I spent the day recovering, but all in all, I can't complain. Yesterday was a blast. We went out and had hibachi, went and saw Twister and Twisters last night, went bowling, all kinds of good stuff. So left my house at like 1 yesterday afternoon, didn't get home till about, a little after 2 in the morning, and all was well, but then I came home and was wandering down the hallway and stepped on a piece of glass, cut the crap out of myself, man. I thought I was going to go to the hospital last night. It bled for like 3 hours.
Oh, well, that's what you get for having fun. If you want to play, you got to pay, right? I've got the Boredom Breaker hub on one of the other radios. They clicked in while you were talking about your foot bleeding. Sorry about that, man, but glad you had a good time otherwise.
Oh yeah, no doubt. And yeah, I have the Allstar connected, so I had the this VFO down, and I heard you on the Allstar there for a minute. I thought you were talking on over on the Oklahoma side, but then I remembered I disconnected that and connected this. So there you go. But glad Oklahoma's connected, and I also saw that Regal is going to be running a special showing of Twister next week. So here I am. I'm going to go see Twister for the second time in 2 weeks, even though I've already seen it 100 times.
All right, man, you got to have your guilty pleasures. If I had a nickel for every time I've seen 2001: A Space Odyssey or Star Wars, I'd have a whole bunch of nickels. So cool. How was the new Twister?
You know what? It wasn't as good as the first one. The premise was a little bit different, but I enjoyed it. Actually, last night was my second time seeing it because I went to Magic City a couple of weeks ago and saw Twisters, so I've already seen that one. My main reason last night for going was because I had never seen the original one on a big screen, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, I recommend it if you got a chance to watch it. Definitely do, or I think it might even be streaming now.
Oh, you're such a Ute. You're such a Ute. I saw Twister on the big screen because that was the only option. So cool. Yeah, I've heard that Twister is not quite Twister, but also wasn't a total woke pile of garbage either. So I'll give him credit for that. I'll catch up with it. I don't think I'd make it through a drive-through anymore. Yeah, I would. KD8SLG over to KD8EPC.
Well, you know, the funniest part about the whole thing is they kept referencing names of towns in Oklahoma during Twisters, and I recognized each and every one of them, so I thought that was pretty funny.
Oh, Ray's running the C4FM net right now, and I have the 400 tuned into it. I checked in and out earlier, but he's popping up on my APRS screen as being 786 miles away.
All right. I think usually when I want to say when I was talking to Shannon on there, or maybe it was somebody else, but they're 812 miles away, so that's definitely interesting. Do you start things at 10 o'clock too, yeah?
Yeah, Roger. I have 66 Bravo tuned up over there. As a matter of fact, that's who I was talking to on Australia. He was coming in through 66 Bravo, VK4 GAW, Jeff, I believe it was. We had a nice little QSO. It's kind of cool. Yeah, 66 Bravo's hooked up.
KC5RBG.
Go ahead, Shannon.
Hope you all are having a good night. I just left the hospital visiting a friend there, and now I'm going to go eat some homemade lasagna, so I don't know if I'll be there for the net, so if you could be so kind to put me in and out, it'd sure be appreciated, or have whoever is in charge do that for me anyway. But hope you all are having a good one. It's still kind of hot and muggy here. Yeah, it's 94 is what my truck's saying.
Gross. 94 is a little bit warm. It didn't get that hot here today, only the mid-80s. Tomorrow, though, they're calling for a high of 90, and the heat index is going to feel like 102. So I'm not looking forward to that, especially considering the van has no air conditioning. Take it away, Nick.
KC5RBG, KD8SLG. Shannon, what's up? Yeah, neither Dustin nor I have any responsibilities whatsoever tonight, but I did just open NetLogger, and it seems that Eric, KE8BZA, is eavesdropping on us and got everything in there. So, yeah, maybe we ought to jump out of here and let Eric do whatever he wants to do. It's just a passing thought. KD8PC, KC5RBG, this is KD8SLG. I'm going to clear until the net starts.
Alrighty there, Nick.
RBG, this is KE8.
Well, you have a wonderful evening.
How you doing, Shannon? I got you on the list as
maybe when I get back home, I'll
thanks for checking in.
text you and Dustin, and we can see about doing the whole 56 chart thing. That'd be kind of fun. Now that it is set up to do it now on my ham shack there, so you all have a good night. And I'm going to go ahead and say 7 to 3. I'm almost to my lasagna destination. So there you go. 73 there, Nick and Dustin, and I think you said Josh was in there. You all have a good one. KC5, real big guns. God bless, and 73.
73 there, Shannon. Enjoy that lasagna and have a couple of bites for me. This is KD8EPC. I'm clearing out until net time.
All right, 73 there, Shannon. I got you on the list, in and out. KE8BZA. KE8BZA here. We're going to start the pre-show in a couple minutes. I've compiled a short list here so far of people that I've seen check into the blue screen. And if anybody else would like to squeak in there in the next, minute and a half, go ahead and call now.
Alpha 8, Mike November Tango, in and out this evening, 73 all.
W8WKY.
KA8MNT, KE8VZA, got you in and out there, Tom. 73, thanks for checking in.
Kilowatt 8, American Motors, experimental, in and out. 73, everybody.
K8AMX, KE8VZA, got you on the list here as in and out, Dick, 73. All right, KE8VZA returning. We're going to stand by, or I'm going to ask everybody to please stand by for the next less than a minute and until our announcer comes on, and then we'll kick off the pre-show. KE8VZA.
The Beacon Net, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
There she is, Lady of Mystery, announcing the... So here we go. I am Kilo Echo 8, Victor Zulu Alpha, QST. This is the Beacon Net pre-show on the W8WKY repeater in Doylestown, Ohio. Frequency is 147 Mark 390 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. This is a controlled pre-net. I ask that all emergency and urgent traffic, please, or all traffic, pass through net control, and urgent and or emergency traffic break in at any time. Do we have any urgent or emergency traffic? I'll take a pause here just in case. KE8VZA returning, hearing nothing. Well, we will continue on with the pre-net, and we're going to start off with our check-in with our net control team, affectionately known as the Mickey Mouse roll call. So at the top of the list is our net control station, who will take the reins at the top of the hour, Nick at Night, KE8QKO. Are you out there, Nick, and how are you doing? KE8QKO, KE8VZA. All right, we will circle back and pick up Nick there. He just may have not made it to his radio yet. So next on the list is Dustin, KD8EPC. I heard you on the air just a few minutes ago. How you doing, Dustin? Are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
KE8VZA and the Beacon Net pre-show. This is KD8EPC. We're going to stick around and play the blue screen, and we'll be here. So with KD8EPC back to pre-net control.
Awesome. awesome. Good to hear you tonight, Dustin. I heard you guys talking about the new Twister movie. I haven't seen it yet. I hear it's pretty good. I've seen the original. It was many moons ago, but I liked the original. So maybe we'll chat about that at some point, or maybe I'll just get off my butt and go see it. And then we can chat anyway. Anyway, thanks, Dustin. We'll clear with KD8EPC, and we'll roll on down to Justnick, KD8SLG. How you doing, Justnick? And are you going to hang around for the big show tonight?
Well, that's my K8 AMX impression. K8VZA, this is KD8SLG. Yes, sir, I'm going to be here for the duration of the net tonight. I wouldn't miss it for the world. Looks like K8QKO has showed up in the blue screen. He likes to do that from time to time. Maybe give him a holler back. Not that I'm playing, you know, backseat NCO or anything, because I'm not. I'll be here, Eric. KD8SLG, back to net control.
KD8SLG, KE8VZA, good to hear you, Justnick. Got you on the list, is sticking around, and I did see him pop in the blue screen. Thanks for calling my attention to it, in case I didn't notice it. You know how things can go sometimes. Your eyeballs are all over the place. Anyway, we will do that. We'll go back to KE8QKO, Nick at Night. How are you tonight, Nick? And do you have anything for us before we get rolling here?
KE8VZA, KE8QKO. I'm fine, sir. Fine. Just hanging out for the start of the net. Sorry, I was watching something on my phone and realized it was a couple minutes after 9, or after 9:30, so I had to run over to the radio and settle down. Anyway, with that, I'm standing by, waiting for the start of the net. I'll pass it back to you, KE8QKO.
All right there, Nick. No worries. You're sounding very good there tonight on this end. We'll clear with KE8QKO for now. And, KD8SLG, just Nick, that was a very good impression of AMX. Very good. I almost thought it was him. That's really good. You must have been practicing that. Or if you haven't, just don't change it. It's great. Anyway, so next on the list, we're going to pop in and see if Josh is around tonight. Sometimes he and Lucy are, sometimes they're not. But, you know, life is busy sometimes. W8HRF. Josh, are you out there tonight, and are you going to stick around for the big show?
K8VZA, W8HRF. Good evening, Eric, and good evening to everybody on the Beacon Net. We're going to be in and out tonight, but wanted to stop by and say hello. And hope that the net goes well. That was a good K8 AMX impression. I tried to do my own here a second ago, but I sounded like I'm trying to think what kind of an accent was that? Like I was from Arizona and that I was a trucker. I don't know. It didn't work out so well. Oh, anyways, have a good night, guys, and we'll catch you later. KE8VZA, W8HRF.
There you go. That's about the best I've got right now. All right, Josh, got you on the list as in and out. And are you going to proxy Lucy in and out, or is she going to pop in and out on the air herself?
Good evening, Eric, and the rest of the net. I will pop in and out myself. I'm introducing Josh to Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, which is an interesting choice because our sense of humor overlaps, but it's certainly not identical. So it's very interesting to see which movies we like more. He's shaking his head. So we'll see how this goes, but I wish everybody a great night. And my best impression of any ham I know is Sandy. And there you go. So I'm going to pass it back to you, Eric.
There you go. All right, Lucy, that was pretty good. That's pretty good. Well, good hearing from you and Josh. Got you on the list as in and out, and thanks both of you for checking in, and have a good evening. Enjoy Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. Okay, next on the list is KI5DAY. He may not be here just yet, but we'll check in anyway. Alan, KI5DAY, are you out there yet?
W8WKY.
All right, hearing nothing, no worries. He will join us. He usually pops right in there after the other net. So we'll move on down to, that takes us to our net control team. So let me read you who I have on the list so far. I have WB4AIZ Chuck. He checked in and out via the blue screen. KE8YUG Josh. And in the customary 10th slot, K5CFY Ray, who will join us in a bit. And after that, Shannon, KC5RBG, who checked in and out before the net over the air. There seems to be some tasty lasagna in his future, so that's where he is. And next after that, I picked up from the blue screen Kelly, KC0LRM, and Kevin, K6KJV, and also picked up Tom, K8MNT, who checked in and out via RF right before the net. Thanks, Tom, 73, as well as Dick, K8AMX, who also checked in and out. Then we have Andy, AB8MO, and Fred, WA8KOC. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take more check-ins. So if you'd like to get on the list here for the BeaconNet, this is the BeaconNet pre-show and the W8WKY repeater in Doylestown, Ohio, 147 Mark 390, and please call now.
KE8QFT, Fred and Medina.
All right, KE8QFT, got you there, Fred. You're on the list. Anybody else before we run through this list? Please call now.
Control, please check in KJ5, EKW, Kilo, Juliet 5, Echo, Kilo, Whiskey, Kenny, and Dixie.
Here is Kilo Bravo 8, Lima, November, Kilo. We'll be in and out tonight.
All right, I'm going to grab it there. We grabbed two more stations there. Got Kenny, KJ5EKW, and Ron, KB8LNK. And Ron checked in and out. Thanks for checking in, Ron, 73. And so we're going to go ahead and work this list, and then we'll take more check-ins. So if you didn't get in this round, have no fear. Okay, let's go back. Slot number 9, Josh, KE8YUG. How you doing tonight, Josh? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
KE8VZA, this is KE8YUG. Yeah, I'll be sticking around, Eric. It's good to hear you, and looking forward to the net. I'll be sticking around, KE8YUG, back to pre-net control.
All right there, Josh. Very good. Will Marie be joining us tonight?
Negative. Yeah, she's doing some stuff on the computer. Then she's got to get some rest in tonight. But kind of a busy weekend, so yeah, she's gonna be sticking this one out. But she's listening. She waves. Maybe you want to proxy her in there as the in and out. That'd be cool. Yeah, the KE8YUG back to pre-net.
All right, very good, Josh. Waving the hand at Marie. Hi, Marie. We've got you on the list as in and out there, Marie. Got you on the list as sticking around, Josh. We'll clear with KE8YUG, KF8ANS, and I am KE8VZA. We're going to go down and see if Ray has joined us yet. K5CFY. Ray, are you out there yet? And are you going to stick around for the big show? All right, hearing nothing, he's not done with the other net yet. Now, have no fear. Next on the list is Kelly, E0LRM. Good night, Kelly, and are you going to stick around for the big show?
Oh, hey, thanks for getting me in there. Yes, I will be sticking around and wouldn't miss it. And everybody have a good evening. I'll see you here in a little while.
Okay, very good, Kelly. Got you on the list of sticking around. And we'll clear with KC0LRM, and we'll go on down to K6KJV Kevin out in California. How you doing tonight, Kevin? And are you going to stick around for the big show?
Thank you very much there, Nick. And I'll say hello to Nick and Eric and Dustin and Josh and Lucy and the Rubber Chicken Wrangler and Mr. Ray and everybody else, even though not all of them's there. All right, yeah, that's right there. This is K6KJV, Kevin in Valley Springs, California. And I always forget to do that. I don't know, maybe it's because I just despise government agencies. Never mind. Yeah, I'm all in. I'm going to stick around for the really big shoe. So keep me on there. And I'll be here, so I'll pass the mic back to you there from K6KJV there.
AF5. JB, Manitou, this is what time?
All right, Kevin, very good. Never know, Big Brother frequently drops in here and there. Anyway, got you on the list there, Kevin. We'll clear with K6KJV, and I did copy AF5JB Matt. I got you on the list this short time. I'm going to run through the rest of this list, and then I'll give you a chance to comment here. Let's see, after Kevin was AB8MO. Hi, Andy, and are you going to stick around for the big show? AB8MO, KE8VZA. Are you out there, Andy? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
All right, am I coming through now? AB8MO, I'll stick around.
Yes, Andy, I hear you loud and clear there. Any other comments before we roll forward?
No, some people are in a hurry to make a comment here, so I'll keep it for the net. Back to net, AB8MO.
All right, Andy, thanks for checking in. Got you on the list of sticking around. On the list, we have Fred, WA8KOC. How you doing tonight, Fred? And are you going to stick around tonight, or are you just going to get your parking validated?
KE8VZA, WA8KOC, good evening, Eric. If you would kindly get my parking validated, I think I'll just go ahead and make room for everybody else. By the way, Andy's a real hard act to follow, I'm telling you. And hello to everybody that I am familiar with. Hopefully everybody had a good weekend. And I'll just turn it back to you and say 7-3 and see if you can guess who I am now. WA8KOC sitting and listening. 7-3, everybody.
All right, Fred, very good. Got you on the list as in and out, and your parking has been validated. If that snarky attendant at the booth at the garage door there gives you a hard time, tell him Andy said he's going to come down there and set it straight. So I'm not sure about the sitting and listening reference. I may be too new to the scene here to pick that up, but thanks for checking in, Fred. 53. Next, we'll roll on down to another Fred. It's QFT. How you doing, Fred? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
Hello, everybody. Yeah, I'll be here for the trivial question. Back to the pre-net.
Very good, Fred. Good to hear you tonight. Got you on the list of sticking around. We'll clear with KE8QFT. I am KE8VZA with the BeaconNet pre-show. We'll roll on down next to Kenny, KJ5EKW. How you doing tonight, Kenny? And are you going to stick around for the main net?
Kilo Julia 5 Echo Kilo Whiskey. Thank you for having me. Hello, everyone. And I'm doing great. Today is the first day I'm teaching myself how to solder. Kind of a fun adventure. And forgive my ignorance, but I do not know what the big show is. But please inform me, and I'm sure I'll be sticking around. KJ5EKW, back to net control.
Oh, no problem there, Kenny. BeaconNet has two parts. We have our pre-show that starts at 9:30 Eastern, and we take check-ins and go through the check-in list and figure out who's going to stick around for the main net, which starts at 10 o'clock Eastern. And at that point, our net control, who tonight is Nick at Night, KE8QKO, will take over. We typically have two trivia questions, a main trivia and an alt trivia. Nick will take check-ins and then roll through the list and people's comments and their answers to the trivia. So are you in for that? Does that sound good?
KJ5EKW, I'm definitely going to be monitoring throughout the night, but I cannot guarantee that I will not fall asleep in the middle of my transition, so I do not want to give a for sure go-ahead. But I will be listening, and thank you so much. Back to net control.
All right there, Kenny, no problem. I've generally found that solder follows the heat. Don't use too much heat. I'm not an expert by any means, but it's worked for me so far. If Nick calls for you and you don't answer because you've gone off into dreamland, that's okay. But for joining us tonight, we'll clear with KJ5EKW. And next was Ron, KB8LNK, who checked in and out. Thanks, Ron, 73. And he's followed by Greg, KC3SEG. How you doing tonight, Greg? And are you going to stick around for the main net? KC3SEG, Greg, this is KE8VZA. We're just checking in with you to see if you are going to stick around for the main net, for the BeaconNet here.
KC3SEG, I'm going to have to be in and out tonight.
Roger that, Greg. Got you on the list as in and out. 73, thanks for checking in. Appreciate it. You have a good evening. We'll clear with KC3 SEG, and finally we go down to Matt, AF5JB. How you doing tonight, Matt? And if you have comments for the net, please go ahead and share them.
Well, I appreciate it. Gave it to you and everybody else on the net. Hope everybody had a great weekend. I had a good one. Of course, I'm still trying to deal with my right ear being stuffed up, but I'm still trying to get that addressed. But other than that, I had a great weekend. Of course, Saturday, I did my laundry and my chores and all that, and go out down and got around and went out of town and saw a couple friends of mine, and had a really good visit. And then I went home, played Pac-Man home base, QTH, I think that's the right one, and played Pac-Man and several games there, and kind of hung around the house a little bit, and had me beer and went to bed. And other than that, trying to stay cool, and currently 9 degrees in Dawes right now, so it's still pretty warm. And I hope it'll be like that for a little while longer, because we get towards the end of summer now, so hopefully it'll start cooling off soon. But until then, everybody stay cool and hydrated and all that, and overall still hanging in there, so just want to drop in and say hi to everyone, and sort of just go start a whole new week and all that, so 73, have a good night, a good safe week, stay cool and hydrated, and thanks for having me on. Good to hear you, and catch you next time. 73, this is AF5JB, Matt. Let's see, it's Tulsa, Oklahoma. Back to Naked Control. Thanks again, and catch you all next time.
All right there, Matt. Thanks for checking in with us. I'm glad you were able to squeeze in some Pac-Man. That's some good recreation there. I love Pac-Man. I know I've said it before, but great game. Appreciate you checking in and sharing some comments with the net. And glad you had a nice weekend. And hope you have a good week going forward. So we'll clear with AF5JB 73, Matt. And at this point, we're at the bottom of our list. And we have a few minutes left before the top of the hour. If there are any other stations who would like to check in at this point, please call now.
Kilo Delta 2, Hotel Charlie Echo, Chris and Medina. I'll be in and out fixing my Echolink.
WV3K, Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo. Phil and Canal Fulton, good evening, Eric. And I have no traffic. I'm going to spend time with the wife tonight. So have a great net, and God bless and 7-3 to all.
Net Control, this is Kilo Zulu 4 India Tango, James in East Tennessee. Just wanting to get my ticket punched, so I'll be in and out. I want to say 7-3 to everybody, and thanks for doing the net.
W8WKY.
All right, I'm going to pick it up there. This is KE8VZA returning. I picked up 3 stations there, all in and out. KD2HCE, Chris. For checking in, Chris, 73. And WV3K, Philip. It was good to see you at the picnic. Thanks for checking in. And we got you on the list in and out as well, 73. And after that was James, KZ4IT, Kilo Zulu 4 in Tango. Got you on the list, James, as in and out. Thanks for checking in. And all of you guys, definitely come back and spend some more time with us on the net in the future. Anyway, we have a couple minutes left. Any other stations that would like to get on the list? A couple minutes here. Please call now.
KF5ADE, Kilo Foxtrot 5, Alpha Delta Echo. Nick, down here in Cibolo.
Kilo Foxtrot 8, Bravo November Foxtrot, KF8 BNF, Mike in Cleveland.
All right, I'll pick it up there. This is KE8BZA returning. We picked up 2 stations there. We got Nickelodeon down in Cibolo, KF5ADE. Got you on the list there, Nick. And Michael, KF8BNF. So, Nickelodeon, KF5ADE. Are you going to stick around for the main net? KF5ADE, KE8BZA. Nickelodeon, are you going to stick around for the main net tonight?
Hello, Nick. All right. FQV.
Well, I guess I've got it now. It finally released. I don't know what happened to my side, but then I heard Mark in there. So it never released itself to come back to you. At any rate, yes, I'll be sticking around for the main show. Over.
All right, QSL, Nick, we got the list. We'll clear with KF5ADE and quickly go down to Mike, KFBNF. Are you going to stick around for the big show tonight, Mike?
Yep, that's an affirmative. KF8BNF.
Very good, Mike. Got you on the list. KF8BNF will clear with you and roll on down to our latest edition, KC8FQV. Mark, are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
I just came back from the antiques and collectibles. So I helped to load them. We're in the van and we're back home. Yeah, did day. Mowed even a little bit, but well, I mowed about 200 feet and there was no reason to quit. Keep mowing. So we'll be around for the main show. Okay.
All right, thanks there, Mark. We got you on the list as sticking around. We'll clear with KC8FQV. I am KE8BZA, and it is time to turn it over to our net control station, KE8QKO, Nick at Night. There you go, Nick. You have the reins.
Thank you, Eric. Fine business on the pre-show. Good evening and welcome to the Beacon Net. My name is Nick. My call sign is KE8QKO, Kilo like Wake, Quebec, Kilo Oscar. And I will be net control for the evening. The Beacon Net meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the WWKY repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8, Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink W8WKY-R. This is directed net, so all traffic must pass through net control. We are linked in with our friends in Oklahoma, Fireside Network, and various other repeaters, so we ask you to key for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit so we hear everything you've got to say. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now. Nothing heard. So we're going to go ahead and start taking check-ins. Any station that has not already checked into the pre-show that would like to check into the Beacon Net, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. Okay, I'm going to take it there. We had a station that was very broken. If you want to come back again with your call sign phonetically, I'd appreciate it. This is KEQ on the WWKR repeaters. The last station that tried to check in, I heard a couple of letters. I didn't make them out, and we're staticky. If you can come back with your call sign again, I'd appreciate it. All right, nothing here from that station. Let's see if there's anyone else out there that wants to check in as a Beacon Net. Please call now.
Kilo Oscar 5 Sierra India Echo.
All right, I have Aussie KO5SIE. Anyone else out there want to check in the Beacon Net? Please call now. Okay, nothing heard there. Let's go up and talk to Eric, KE8VZA, and get our primary trivia question read for us. Eric, take it away.
KE8QKO in the group. This is KE8VZA with the main trivia question. So with the astronauts in the news as far as them having to stay in space longer, I looked up and came up with a question about life in space. During the first few days in space, many astronauts experience what's known as space adaptation syndrome, which often causes nausea, vomiting, headaches, and difficulty concentrating. This is due primarily to which one of the following factors? A, radiation. Bravo, food. Charlie, artificial atmosphere. Or Delta, lack of gravity. I'll take a quick break and come back and read it a second time. KE8VZA returning with the main trivia question. During the first few days in space, many astronauts experience space adaptation syndrome, which often causes nausea, vomiting, headaches, and difficulty concentrating. This is due primarily to which one of the following factors? Alpha, radiation. Bravo, the food. Charlie, artificial atmosphere. Or Delta, lack of gravity. KE8VZA, I'll put this in the blue screen. Back to net control.
All right, thank you, Eric. I think I have my guess written down. We'll see how it works out later in the net. Appreciate the question there. Okay, looking at the blue screen, I do see Alan in here. Alan does our alternate trivia. He runs a net, and well, he runs or is on a net before this one starts up, and sometimes it runs over into our time slot. Been a little bit late, so we're going to wait till Alan gets in, and that's when we'll get the alternate trivia question read for us. So what we're going to do is start going through our check-ins for the Beacon Net, and when Alan gets in, we'll go back up and recheck with those check-ins and get their alternate trivia answers. Our first station was WB4AIZ, who's in and out, and that takes us down to K8YUG. Josh, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
K8QKO, this is KEAYUG. Good evening, Nick. Good to hear you, and good to be here. Well, I'll start with the trivia. I'm going to go C. Charlie for the main one. C. Charlie. But yeah, no, I've been crazy now a couple months, really. It's kind of quick when you look back on it, but I'm coming to you from the QTH here in Avon Lake, and now very soon, hopefully we should be coming to you from Vermilion. So yeah, we'll be packing up and getting on the move here. Finally secured our first place, first home, and wonderful. So very excited about that. We got some nice weather, a little bit warm, but it's gonna be nice either way. And we're just busy doing all that stuff, and so we've been in and out here a little bit, listening in most times, but weren't able to chat as much. And I'm probably gonna be down a little bit longer now, but I'm using the trusty mag mount today, and pretty soon I'm gonna have some wonderful antenna freedom. So I'm looking forward to that, and Marie wants to say hi. She's waving, so she says hello to everybody, KF8 ANS there, and so good net. I'll say 73. I'll probably come back for the alternate trivia, but say 73 and listen on out. Everybody take care. KAYUG, back to net.
All right, thank you, Josh. We got your answer down as Charlie. Congratulations on the new house and the antenna freedom it's going to provide. If Marie wants to check in real quick, she can do that. We can get her in the log and get KF8ANS in here if she wants to answer the trivia.
All right now, it's been a long day, and she gets some rest. She's listening, but I got her on there in and out, so she's further on down the log, but in and out, and like I said, she says hi, but she's getting much needed rest. KAYUG, back in net.
I totally understand. Thanks. Like I see the in and out down there further in the log. Well, we'll get back to you here in a minute once we get the alternate trivia. Oh, you know what? We're going to get back to you here pretty quick then, because I see the alternate trivia show up in the blue screen. So we'll go up and talk to KI5DAY Alan to get the alternate trivia question read for us. Alan, take it away.
KI5DAY in the net. Hey, good evening, and Larry the Rubber Chicken says howdy as well. He's been excited. He got into my cran grape juice, and he's got a sugar high, so look out. All right, I got tonight's alternate trivia, so let me just make sure, as always, that you can hear me. Can you hear me okay, Nick at Night?
Yes, sir, I can hear you just fine.
QSL, and I must say that you're sounding rather lovely here tonight on the Allstar radio, so yeah, you're sounding great. I can hear you good too. Here we go. Tonight's alternate trivia is something you cannot look up on Google, by the way, because this is about me. Back when I was taking a college course on music appreciation, I turned in an essay on which I scored an A+ on. Which topic do you think I wrote my essay on? Now consider me and think about these answers. I'm going to ask the question again. Back when I was taking a college course on music appreciation, I turned in an essay in which I scored an A+ on. Which topic do you think I wrote my essay on? Let me let this drop, and I will read the answer options. Okay, did I write my essay on A, Wolf Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. B, a comparison of marching drums used during the Revolutionary War and the Civil War. C, the earliest testing of microphones used in America for recording music. Or D, history of the first Cornwaldo bean, banjo, brown jug, and double bass band. There you go. KI5DAY with Larry, the rubber chicken.
All right, thank you, Alan. That's a fine alternate trivia question. Though I will say, I think the people in Oklahoma know you a little more personally, or know you more than we do, better than we do here in Ohio, might have an advantage because they might have some idea about when you wrote that essay and when you went to school. So we'll see how that goes. But I have my answer written down, and we'll see how it works out later in the net. And I need to identify this is KEQKO and the WWKY repeater going through check-ins to the Beacon Net. And we're going to go back up and talk to KE8YUG to get his alternate trivia answer. So, Josh, come back with your alternate answer, please.
KEQKO, this is KE8YUG. For the alternate trivia, I'm going B Bravo. B Bravo for the alternate trivia. KE8YUG, back to net.
All right, thank you, sir. Got your answer. Your alternate answer down is Bravo. Let's go down and talk to. Well, let's go talk to K5CFY Ray. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
QKO and the net. This is K5CFY. Good evening there, Mr. Nick at Night. Wonderful job on the net control, and wave a hand there at Eric on the keyboard. Done a wonderful job, both of you. Let me see here. Last week I think I went for alternating current. I think tonight I'm going to go with direct current. D and C on the two trivia questions. So we'll give it back to you there, Nick. Have a great net. K5CFY.
All right, thank you, Ray. Got you down as Delta and Charlie. Our next station is in and out, but these answers are always the same. KC5, Real Big Gun Shannon, and his answers are always the great state of Oklahoma. Thanks for being in here and in and out, Shannon. And get some rest. I can imagine that's what you need tonight. Next station is KC0LRM. Kelly, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
KEQKO. Hey, thanks for getting me up there. I'll give you my answers first. I think I'm going to go D and D. Same thing RevCast is probably going to give you. And just a little fact here, I was doing some FT8, and I actually made a contact with a lord in England at Warwick Castle. I thought that was kind of exciting. So with that, back to you, and everybody have a good evening out there. And thanks for running that.
All right, thank you, Kelly. Making contact with an African prince that needs you to send him some money. I'm curious how that works out. We know it's an actual lord versus someone saying they are. But there's always QRZ, so that helps a bit, I suppose. Anyway, thanks for checking in there. We got your answers down, Delta and Delta. And next station we have is K6KJV. Kevin, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Thank you very much, sir, for the handout there, Mr. Nick. This is K6KJV here in Valley Springs, California, and I think I just heard an echo or forethought. The answers to the trivia question, double D's. That's right, Delta and Delta. I always got to go with the Cornwaldo Bean families there, but if I was a normal person, I would say Alan did a report on the drums. So that'd be a pretty interesting report to read, so he should post it. But other than that, I ain't got much to say. So I'll just quit boring people and pass the mic back to you there, sir, from K6KJV. The mic is yours.
right, thank you, sir. Got your answers down as double D. And, yeah, I'm curious to see what Alan did his report on as well. Next two stations we have here are K8MNT and K8 American Motors Experimental, Amex, Dick, and Tom. They both checked in and out. Next station we have is 88MO. Andy, how you doing, sir? What do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
K8QKO, this is AB8MO. Okay, now, not a whole lot here. Been playing radio most of the day. Did a little FT8. Actually, downloaded FL Digi, and gonna try my hand at, gonna try to work PSK31, which was like the big talked about digital mode when I first became a ham back in '99 when I was 16 years old. Everybody, that was the talk. That was the digital mode to get on, because it was only a signal of 31 hertz wide, which was unheard of for a digital signal back in '99. So anyway, well, now we know like modes like Whisper, you know, that's only a couple hertz wide, and but anyway. Gonna try that a little bit. I was decoding some stuff, and I think I got it all figured out, but it's definitely a little different from FT8, because you could actually type whole messages back and forth. It's not just exchanging a signal report, going back and forth. So I guess it's a little bit more interactive. And so we'll see how I'll have to give it a whirl sometime this week. It's all set up, and as far as I know, it's transmitting and everything, and nothing's overmodulated or anything. Look at the ALC levels and all the threads I was looking at saying make sure your ALC is not active or it will distort the signal. And I checked it. It's not up. The ALC is 0, so I think we're good. All right. Moving on to things that more people care about. The trivia. Let me drop it a sec. Okay, Mr. Mom. Let's see here. For the trivium, well, the first thing that came to mind was a lack of gravity, and that was before any of the answers are read. So I think that was the fourth choice. And I don't know, for Alice, I guess I'm going to have to go. Whatever he said with the Cornwall to be the answer. I would be shocked if it was about Mozart. I really don't see that in you, Alan, but we'll find out. So I guess I'm going to go D&D. All right, I'll maybe listen out. I may be awake. I may be asleep by the end of the night. K8QKO and the Beacon Net. This is AB8MO.
All right, thank you, Alan. Andy, thank you for the comments. And we got trans down Delta and Delta. And you know what, sir? You never know. I might be asleep by the end of that as well. It's been a long weekend. That was always a good weekend. Our next station was WA8KOC. And that takes us up. Before I go next, I'm going to say this is K8QKO on the WWKY repeater, going through our check-ins for the Beacon Net. On our next station, K8QFT, Uncle Fred. Let's see what he has to say for the net tonight. Go ahead, take it away, Fred.
Well, the answers for the trivial are Alpha and Delta, A and D. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, A and D. Because I don't know. I just never chose that D before, you know. Other than that, not much going on. Our Guardians took 2 out of 3 from the Rangers and are back up by 3 games in their division. And people saying the wheels are falling off. I ain't seen them fall off yet. Tomorrow we got 2 at Kansas City. They're looking up at us, and Yeah, we should take care of them tomorrow. You know, send them out of here with their tails behind their back. Other than that, not much to say. KE8QFT back to net control.
All right, thank you, Fred. Got your answers down as Alpha and Delta. It's good to hear you on the net. The next station, KJ5EAW. Hang on, gotta get the personal here. Kenny. How you doing, Kenny? And what do you have the beacon at tonight?
Kilo, Julia 5 Echo Kilo Whiskey. Thank you so much for having me. Reported earlier I made my first solder today, bought a soldering iron, and I've been playing around with building antennas and playing with the Nano VNA, just kind of have fun with that. But my answers for the trivia are Delta Delta, Disco Dolphin, Double D. I also took music appreciation. I was a music theory major for my short little college stint, and my music teacher would have accepted all of those answers and given them all an A if the report was well enough. But something about D just kind of resonated, right? But I really want to know what the comparison between revolutionary and Civil War bass drums are. That is now a topic that I'm going to look up in my spare time. But other than that, back to net. Thank you so much. KJ5EKW, clear modern.
All right, thank you, Kenny. Good luck on your soldering. And we got your answers down as Delta and Delta. All right, I got a big list of in and outs here, so I'm going to run through them real quick. I have KV8LNK, KC3SEG, KF8ANS, AF5JB, KD2HCE, WV3K, and KZ4IT. Our next station, then, that's not in and out, is KF580E, Nickelodeon. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the beacon tonight?
Good evening, y'all. Yeah, I'm not even following the blue screen. I'm kind of really tired tonight, and so I thought I'd go ahead and kind of mosey to the bedroom, turn the radio or turn the phone on, and do the radio thing, and just check in. So this will be a good thing to get in here and get my side of it done. And the questions came across really broken on my side over here, so it's a little tough. But I'm going to go ahead and take a slag. And I thought I was going to know the answer, and then when Alan gave all the choices, I thought, well, that's nothing. I thought, wow. So I'm going to have to go ahead and go with the Delta on the alternative. I know it's going to be backwards. Delta on the alternative, and I'm trying to think of the one that, for the main one that has the gravity. Is that Charlie? I'm not sure, but I think Charlie spoke to the gravity answer on that one. If you'd kind of confer with me on that one, I'd appreciate it. KF580, back to net control.
Yeah, the gravity was Delta, so that would put your answers down as Delta and Delta, which is a very popular combo tonight. We'll see how all that works out, but we have your answers down as Delta and Delta. And get some rest there, Nick. I understand, laying down in bed. Sometimes I wish I could run the net from my bed. My wife wouldn't like that, though. She's not the biggest fan of the radio. So anyway, thank you, sir. Get some rest, and we will talk to you later. Our next station here is KF8BNF. Michael, how you doing, Michael? And what do you have for the beacon tonight?
KF8BNF here. It was a great day here in Cleveland for some picnics and eat food all day. It's a pretty good day. For the trivia, I'm going to go with Delta on the first one and Alpha on the second. KF8BNF, back to net.
W8WKY.
All right, thank you, sir. We have your answers down as Delta and Alpha. Our next station is KC8FQV. Mark. How you doing, Mark? And what do you have for the beacon tonight?
All right, KCFK. Hi, Dana here. I heard trivia's back. I wasn't paying any attention. I was running around, my head cut off, sort of. So we just pass on them tonight. Unless I hear them again or something sometime. Yeah, the Randolph Fair's history. So you guys were looking to go to Randolph. Well, if you go tomorrow, you'll just find an empty fairground. So don't go there. You'll have to go to either Geauga County next weekend or Camfield or Stark. Stark County is having their fair next week too. So you'll have to find one of them to go to. Because Portage is over with. The only thing you'll find there is a lot of garbage cans overflowing with garbage that's going to get dumped probably in the morning. And whatever cardboard and that vendors leave from their food trailers and that. And you'll probably see a lot of guys running tractors around hauling manure. Yeah, I'm sure they're going to start spreading that in the morning in the field where the parking lot was. That's only what they do. So that's what it is. So every day, everyone has to get ready to go back to school if they're not in school already, or they will be in school. So we'll send it back to net. It means the end of summer when these fairs are coming like this. So KCFQV.
All right, thank you, Mark. You know what? I'm gonna reread those questions again anyway. So stand by, and I'll get back to you for those answers. And I gotta say, having lived in Randolph for my formidable years, about 3 miles north of the fairgrounds, maybe less than 3 miles, about 3 miles, I think, right off of 44 there. When the fairgrounds ended, that was a good time because sometimes you couldn't get out of off our road onto 44 if you had to go south. It was a madhouse. You had to take the back roads around. So when I spent some time out there in my younger years, haven't been there in a while, but it's a nice fair. And you're right, I drove by Cambridge earlier today, and they were setting all theirs up and doing their thing. So it's like good time there. All right. So this is KUKO on the WWKY repeater going through check-ins to the BeaconNet. We're going to go up and reread our trivia questions. So we're going to start with K8VZA Eric and get our primary question read for us. Eric, take it away.
KE8QKO in the group. This is KE8VZA with a reread of the main trivia. During the first few days in space, many astronauts experience space adaptation syndrome, which often causes nausea, headaches, and difficulty concentrating. This is due primarily to which one of the following factors? Alpha, radiation; Bravo, food; Charlie, artificial atmosphere; or Delta, lack of gravity. KE8VZA, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Eric. We're going to talk to KI5DAY Alan and get the alternate question read for us again. Alan, take it away.
KI5DAY, and what if I don't want to read it? Hi. Tonight's alternate trivia question is as follows. Pay attention. Back when I was taking a college course on music appreciation, I turned in an essay in which I scored an A+ on. Which topic do you think I wrote my essay on? Was it A, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart; B, a comparison of marching drums used during the Revolutionary War and the Civil War; C, earliest testing of microphones used in America for recording music; or D, a history of the first Cornwaldo bean, banjo, brown jug, and double bass band? KI5DAY, back to net.
All right, thank you, Alan. Let's go up and talk to KC8FQV Mark and get his answers to the trivia questions. Mark, take it away.
All right. It's going to be the atmosphere one for the first question. atmosphere. And the second one, they all sound good. It sounds like the Cornwall could be the one, but I don't think so. Well, I heard them, but I don't remember. The microphone came right through so well. Well, I'll just try a wild guess. So, yeah. You know, when the fair comes, it means one thing for most of all, for all the kids at some point, they have to head back to school. So, we'll send it back to net control.
All right, thank you, Mark. I think I got your first one is Charlie. I don't quite get your alternate. Oh, Charlie and Charlie. I got my NetLogger. Got it. All right, got your answers down there. Next, we're going to go down and talk to KO5SIE. KO5SIE. Aussie, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the beacon net tonight?
Oh, I don't have too much for the net. I'm just enjoying checking in and getting in on the beacon net tonight. And as far as questions, I think I'm going to go with I think it was Delta for the atmosphere, and I think Alan being a musician or being a drummer in particular, and because he's a vet, I'm going to go with the what was it? The one about the drums on the Civil War and the Revolutionary War.
All right, thank you, Aussie. Actually, the first answer for the atmosphere was Charlie, so we got your answers down as Charlie and Bravo. It's good to have you on the net. Next station is KI5TAQ, Taco Tim. How you doing, sir? And what do you have for the beacon net tonight?
Well, good evening, guys. This is KI5TAQ. Let me get the trivia questions out of the way first. For the main trivia question, I'm going to go with Delta. And for the alternate trivia question, I'm going to go with Alpha. And that's where I'm going to go. And other than that, I think maybe later tonight I'm going to be sleeping comfortable and get ready to go into the Big W tomorrow and work the week out. But I know you guys will wonder where did Taco Tim will be this time next week. Well, I'll just let you guys guess. And I'll say 7-3s for now. This is KI5TAQ.
All right, Tim. We got your answers down as Delta and Alpha. Now you got me guessing. And it makes me wonder if you're maybe leading us on. Are you coming up this way?
Nope. My vacation's going to take me elsewhere. But I'll let you figure that out maybe, shall we say, a week or two after that. But I'll let you keep guessing. This is KI5TAQ.
W8WKY.
All right, Ted. Well, I'll toss out a real guess here. A real guess. I think you're going to go to China and tour a Bofang factory. That's what I think you're going to do. And if you do that, I'll give you a free radio call out or something. Anyway, good luck, sir. Got your answers down with Delta and Alpha. It's good to have you on here. And our next station is AI5Q. Jarrett, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the beacon net tonight?
AI5Q here, and let's see, you already have my trivia answers as Delta and Charlie. If I was willing to change my mind, it would be Delta and Bravo, knowing that Alan plays the drums, but I didn't think about that when the question first came out. And I don't think he's smart enough to know how the first microphones work, much less how his current microphone works. So I'm going to stick with Delta and Charlie, even though I want it to be Delta and Bravo. It's just my MO. Got to go with the gut feeling at first and let the chips fall where they may. Taco Tim, I have a prediction on where he's going to be next Sunday. It's going to be in the hospital with food poisoning from that ranked taco truck that he drives around without a food service license, and he's going to get food poisoning from it. So that's my guess on that, and we'll see who's right come next week, if Tim's here or not, or if he's checking in on Echolink via ICU. So there you go, AI 5Q.
All right, thank you, Jairus. We have yours down as Delta and Charlie. My answers are a little bit different. Yours are probably what you originally wanted. Actually, they are originally what you originally wanted. But my reasoning, I might have chosen Delta and Charlie based off of information that I don't know. So that could have changed my answer, and I'll get into that when I give my answers officially later on in the net control chat. As for Tim's taco truck, you know what? Just because they don't have the license doesn't mean they're not safe and clean and all that. They might just want to have to deal with the government and over-regulation. So there is always that. So I don't know about Tim's taco truck. It might be clean. It might not be. I've never seen it. But you know what, Tim? Taco truck down my road. Buy a taco from you and find out. Okay. This is K8QKO. I'm from the WKY repeater who's gone through all of our check-ins for the Beacon Net so far. And we're going to open up here for another round. Out there that wants to check in, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Victor Yankee 1, Mike Golf, Sierra, VY1M, GS. Michael in Yukon, Canada. Greetings all.
All right, I got VY1MGS. Michael, take it away, sir.
VY1MGS returning. Well, greetings all. Good to hear the Beacon Net again. Just turn the radio back on. There's some dinner with the wife, a little surf and turf, a little salmon and steak that was delicious off the pellet grill there. It's about 14 degrees Charlie in Whitehorse, Yukon. It's about 58 degrees Foxtrot. Some showers earlier today. Cleared up a bit now. Reasonable day. Got sundown at 9:30 it says, so starting to get back to a short period of normalness for light, but it's gonna be going away fairly quickly as well. So it's a land of extremes up here, but lovely otherwise. Yeah, not much else. Just wanted I heard some friendly voices, so I wanted to say hi. So cheers to the Dustins and the Nicks and everyone else out there. Greatly appreciate the Beacon Net. Have a great upcoming week, all. Back to net from VY1MGS. Give you a random double C there for the trivia.
All right, thank you, Michael. Got your answers down for Charlie and Charlie. That sounds fantastic. Salmon and steak on the pellet grill. Man, you're making my mouth water thinking of that. Sounds like a fantastic dinner. And that sounds like hoodie weather, 50 degrees. So, yeah, enjoy that. It's a little warmer here right now, but hopefully it'll drop down here soon as we get closer into fall, past Labor Day. Always appreciate you checking in, Mike, and we will talk to you later. So, anyone else out there who would like to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. Okay, nothing heard there. Let's go up and talk to our net control team. We're going to start with KE8VZA. Eric, how you doing, sir? What do you have for us tonight?
KE8QKO in the group, KE8VZA here. Not a whole lot. Had a nice relaxing weekend. Got a few things done around the house here, and just recharging my batteries to hit the deck running tomorrow morning. And it's good to hear everybody tonight. And I'm going to answer Charlie for the alternate trivia, and I'll enter that on my row here as soon as I'm done. But good to hear everyone. And back to net control, KE8VZA.
All right, thank you, Eric. Thanks for all you do to help out with the net, and we appreciate it. Our next station is KD8EPC. Dustin, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight? I thought he said he was sticking around. KD8EPC, KEQKO, are you out there, Dustin? Do you have comments for the net?
All right, there, KEQKO in the net. I'm going to make it short and sweet there. Give me Alpha and Charlie for my trivia answers. I'm on the phone here, Nick, so I'm just going to turn it back to net control, say 73, and have a great evening. KD8EPC, back to net control.
Copy that, sir. Enjoy your phone call. We got your answers down with Alpha and Charlie. I know the next guy's around. He said miss it for anything. KD8SLG. Just Nick. How you doing? What do you have for us tonight? Well, I sure hope anything didn't happen. KD8SLG. This is KE8QKO. Are you out there, sir? And do you have comments for the BeaconNet? Perhaps he missed us. All right. Well, our next two stations rating out, that's W8HRF and KEAYUK. If you're listening and you can hear me, good night, Josh and Lucy. If not, well, I'll still say good night and talk to you later. And that takes us down to KI5DAY Allen. How you doing, sir? Yeah, for the BeaconNet tonight.
W8WKY.
KI5DAY, sorry, I had to wait on a repeater to ID there. I don't know if you heard that too or not, but that's what the delay was. Man, what do I have for the BeaconNet? As often as the case is asked when I hear that question, I want to say I've got spurs that jingle, 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 but I don't really have that. So I will say that I did change out a ring camera. I had bought a ring camera like 5 or 6 months ago. Finally changed it, swapped out the old one for the new one because the old one just wasn't up to par, and the new one is really, really nice. It's like a Ring 4 or something like that. So now I have like 3 or 4 of those around here, and another camera in the back there looking out the kitchen window, but all is good. What else did I do today? Did some laundry, went to church this morning, played some music early in church, play guitar, by the way, and drums, and bass. But yeah, the question tonight is, I'm interested in. I was curious how everybody would answer this because I knew a few people knew about my background with music and stuff a little bit, but I was really curious how people would go about answering this one tonight. But so far, the Cormaldo Brown Jug and double bass banjo band is running away with it, but that's all right. It's interesting to hear the guesses anyway. Let me take a drop here. Yeah, that kind of freaked Larry out when I said that. That didn't sound right. I meant let me take a reset. All is good, yeah. So I'm looking forward to sharing the answer tonight and a little bit of information about that. So let's see, what else? Yes, you know, I wish I had some Rothschilds. I don't know why I thought of that all of a sudden, but it might have had something to do with the blue screen and Eric. But yeah, man, Rothschilds. If you've never had a little thing of Rothschilds, go see if you can find some somewhere. They are delicious. But with that, I am going to have some hot cocoa tonight before I go to bed and watch some TV. Just in the mood for it. So I've got some, and that's going to happen. But I'll shoot it back to you, and I'll be ready for the alternate trivia question here in a bit. By the way, I didn't get to answer the regular trivia question, so I'll go back and reread it, and I will put my answer on the screen for the net controller. KI5DAY, back to you.
All right, thank you, Alan. Yeah, I knew your I knew you had a history of with music and the drums, and I thought you also played a guitar. Somebody said the drums earlier, and I thought you played both. But anyway, I could be wrong. I went with Delta and Bravo, mostly because of your music history, but also, this is the reason why I wasn't sure about when you went to college. If you went to college much after you got into amateur radio, you might have had an interest in how microphones have worked. So that could have influenced a Charlie answer. So I wasn't really aware of the timing. That's why I was mentioning, hey, I don't know when you went to college, because if you went to college much later in life after you got your amateur license and you're into music, the microphone might have been a much more plausible option for the alternate question answer. But I have Delta and Bravo. We'll see how that works out. And for whatever it's worth, my son's starting to get into drums too. We broke down and got him a drum set for his birthday this year so he can practice at home. That's turning out to be okay. Not horrible yet. We'll see how it ends up. Anyway, thank you, Alan. This is KEQKO on the WWK repeater. Let's try to get another round of check-ins. Anyone out there who wants to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Kilo Charlie 5 Romeo Bravo Golf KC5 BG Shannon and Tulsa Mobile. Recheck.
Go ahead, Shannon, with your recheck.
Thank you there, KC5RBG. Just on my way back to the house after having a really nice lasagna dinner. In fact, I got a whole pan of homemade lasagna to myself that I am taking home. So, I'm going to enjoy that at a later time and place. But on my way home, and figured I'd wave a hand at everybody there since I was kind of missing everything there. Hope the net's been going well, and I don't know how much longer I'll have a signal here, so I'm fixing to go over the hill, as they say here at Sheridan. So I will go ahead and make it quick and wave my hand all around to all of my friends and Emily. This is Kilo Charlie 5, Real Big Guns. God bless in 73. Back to net control.
All right, thank you, Shannon. Lasagna dinner, that sounds good too. Between you and Mike, BY1MGS got steak. Got steak and salmon and lasagna. That sounds like making me hungry tonight. I just had hot dogs and a burger for dinner, and they weren't even that great. So Fantastic. All right, guys. It's good to hear. Thanks, Shannon. Thanks for checking in with us there. It's good to hear you. Okay. So we're back at the bottom of the list here. And this is KEQKO on the WWKR repeater. 147 Mark 290, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. Anyone out there that would like to check into the beacon net, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, on their name and location.
KG5RX Charlie. This is Jack in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, and first time I've checked in, I was just kind of monitoring you guys on the side, lurking on the side, and listening to things going on. I know Alan, and he helped me out with my radio last week, but I was just checking in and seeing how things were going on this thing. I guess you guys are out of somewhere up there near Ohio, I guess.
Copy that, sir. K5RXT, Jack. Yes, we are. We're out of just east of Akron, Ohio, in Doylestown. That's what the repeater's out of. We're kind of spread all over the area here in the Akron, Northeast Ohio area, Cleveland, some people coming down from Cleveland and things like that. But, yeah, that's where we're out of. And did you happen to hear our trivia questions?
Yes, I did. I was looking at the blue screen here. I was kind of reading a few of them, but I don't know what to think on those, so I'll have to pass for the moment. I think, well, as far as being noxious in outer space, I would think it would have to do with gravity. And knowing Alan's a musician, I'm not really quite sure what... he has a lot of good choices there, but I'm not sure which one it would be.
All right, I think if I heard you correctly, we get you down for Delta, Charlie, gravity? The one for gravity, whichever one that was. My NetLogger knows. He read the question. And pass on Alan's alternate. I can understand that. I guess that's it for... If you have any other comments, you can come back to us. We appreciate it. And thanks for checking in with us. Welcome to the Beacon Day. You're welcome to join us anytime. We meet Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, so 9 p.m. your time. And thanks for checking in. Are there any additional check-ins to the Beacon Net? Please say your call sign now.
Whiskey November 8, Sierra Charlie India, in and out.
Victor Kilo 2, Delta Yankee, Robert in Sid.
All right, I have WN8 SCI Walter in and out, and I have VK2DY Robert. How you doing, sir? How you doing, Robert? And how's life down in Sydney, Australia? You guys are starting to roll out of winter and getting close to spring, I take it.
Yes, good morning. Good afternoon. 12:56. I'm looking at the clock here. Anyway, this is Robert, VK2DY in northwestern Sydney. Yeah, spring sort of just sprung upon us about a week ago now. Temperatures are always in the upper 70s, lower 80s Fahrenheit. In fact, now I think it's about 77 Fahrenheit. So all of a sudden we just started having warm weather and sunshine, and I'm liking it. Everything's in blossom, everything's in bloom. You walk out the front door and it smells like a garden out there. It's pretty amazing how quickly everything has suddenly changed from winter to spring. But that's the way it is every year, and every year I don't expect it. So it is what it is. Other than that, not a whole lot else to share. I was looking at the trivia in the text box or the instant messenger, and I'm going to go with, I think, Delta and Charlie. VK2DY, back to now.
All right, thank you, Robert. Appreciate you checking in with us. Always good to hear you. You know, every time we talk and you talk about the weather and how it's different, it's one of those things that in my head, it just doesn't, I can imagine having summer and in the months that are winter in the northern hemisphere. I don't know. That would just, if I was in that situation, it would just really mess with my head. I don't know. Like probably because I've lived here my whole life, and after 46 years, it's it kind of ingrained. It would be kind of weird, really weird to me to be different like that. But anyway, so it's good to hear you. It's good to hear the difference. It's good to hear about the nice weather, especially in the winter, in our winter time, and the nice weather you have down there. Makes us look forward to summer. So thanks for checking in there, sir. We had another check-in here for the blue screen. That's KI5 RFI Mac. How you doing, Mac? And what do you have for the beacon net tonight?
Well, good evening, KI5 RFI here. Better late than never, I always say. Got in late from a trip up to Cave Springs to see my little granddaughter who had her 7th birthday. So my answers to the trivia questions, which I haven't heard them, but I've got them on the blue screen, are going to be Delta and Charlie. Delta and Charlie. And everybody have a great day. This is KI5 RFI.
All right, thank you, Mac. You got your answers down as Delta and Charlie, and hope your little granddaughter had a great birthday, and glad you're able to make a trip up to see it and spend time with her. Okay, are there any additional check-ins to the beacon net? Please say your call sign phonetically, followed alphabetically, along with your name and location. All right, nothing heard there. I'm going to identify real quick. This is K8QKO with a WWKR repeater going through the beacon net check-ins on 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL total of 114 Mark 8. And before we go up and go any further, I'm going to try and make another call out for our missing net control station, or net control station with no responsibilities, I should say. K88SLG K8QKO. Nick, if you're out there, please come on back. All right, still nothing. And I'm going to make another call for check-in, so one more call here before we go up and get our trivia answers. Anyone out there who would like to check in the beacon net, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. Okay, nothing heard there. Let's go talk to K8VZA. Eric, get the primary question answer for us. Eric, take it away.
KE8QKO in the group. This is KE8VZA with the main trivia answer. So what is space adaptation syndrome? Or more importantly, which one of the factors causes it typically? And that would be delta, lack of gravity. In the absence of gravity, signals from the inner ear's pressure receptors are wildly misleading. Usually leads to immediate disorientation, where many astronauts suddenly feel themselves upside down or even have difficulty sensing the location of their own arms and legs. This causes the space adaptation syndrome, and astronauts usually get over this after a few days in space as the brain and the body adapt. And there you have it, delta, lack of gravity. KE8VZA, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Eric. I guessed delta because I looked at the other answers and I was like, you know what? I bet all those other three answers are things that they could test on Earth before they send them up and see how it affects them. So that left delta. Appreciate you, and it's a good question. Next, let's go down and talk to KI5DAY. Get the question that's on everybody's mind. What was your paper on there, Alan?
Did you ask me what was my neighbor? What did you say?
what was your paper on? As in, what subject did you write your paper about for your alternate question?
Oh, my goodness. Wow, yeah, even Larry thought that was funny. I thought you said, what was your neighbor? I was like, what are you talking about? Okay, tonight's alternate trivia, man. I was kind of surprised at the answers, but I didn't go back and do a final tally. The Cornwaldo bean, brown jug, and all that stuff ran away with it, but I'll read the question and I'll give you the correct answer and tell you why. But the question was, back when I was taking a college course on music appreciation, I turned in an essay that I scored an A+ on. Which topic do you think I wrote my essay on? Well, although I am a drummer and a guitar player and a bass player, I did not write an essay on a comparison of marching drums used during the Revolutionary and Civil Wars, although it is a fascinating subject. And I mean, when you go back and look at those instruments, the drums, they made them out of like several different things, you know, usually wood and cat skin, or just various different things, sheepskin heads for the heads and all that, catgut snares. I mean, just they used a lot of stuff, and they used rope on both Revolutionary and Civil War. They would use the rope not only to tension the heads of the drums down, but they would also decorate the drums with them, and they put a lot of rope on them because when times got tough, they would take that rope off the drums and use it as a backup supply for rope for different various things that they needed. So it's kind of interesting when you do some research on that. I should have probably done a report on that. I kind of wanted to at the time, but let me take a break here and I'll give you the answer. The other one, I didn't have a lot of interest in microphones, and the answer, if you've ever heard of Ein Klein nach Music, or the Marriage of Figaro, the Turkish March, and Fantasy in D major, and all these different wonderful, beautiful sounds of the artist Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, that's what I wrote my report on. I'm a huge fan of Mozart. I love classical music. I wish when I was back in music in the early days, I would have gotten into music theory and reading and playing in orchestras, but I did not do that. I was distracted by many things, including rock and roll, and I played drums in rock bands. I've also been a music minister in a church for many years, and I still play sometimes at my current church. And I play off and on with different friends just for kicks and grins. It's a lot of fun. Probably my favorite thing to kick around on is guitar and drums, but I like to play some of the stuff from Alice in Chains and different things when I'm tooling around, but still like to play more worship and praise music. But yeah, I did write an essay on Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Let me let this drop again. A lot of people found it very boring to take music appreciation. I was totally into it, and when I took the class, I was very fascinated by it, although at times it was boring, but it was actually a really good class. And I was very interested in writing an essay on Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart because he was a fascinating character. He was kind of living outside the bounds of music, and he would get into a lot of trouble from the critics and different ones that had rulings on music. They had various rules and things back then, but he died a poor man and was buried in a pauper's grave. He had a lot of problems with opium and chasing wild women, and he was a nut like me, so it's a fascinating topic for me. That's what I wrote my essay on, and that is the correct answer, A. KI5DAY.
W8WKY.
All right, thank you, Alan. I guess 50% ain't too bad. That's interesting. I thought for sure it was the drums. The drums and the microphone. One of those two is what I thought for sure it was. But thanks for another fine question there, Alan. I appreciate it. Okay, this is KEQQ on the WWKY repeater 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. We're at the bottom of our list, and we've got our trivia answers read. So we're going to do one more round of any check-ins or rechecks and go from there. So anyone out there who would like to check in or recheck, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. All right, nothing heard there. We're going to go ahead and wrap this thing up. On behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, KEAPZA, KD8SLG, KD8EPC, KI5DAY, W8HRF, and KE8YUK, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for for checking in with us this evening. Come and join us for the next edition of the BeaconNet, Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the WWKY repeater, Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink WWKY-R. You are welcome to join us on the Barometer Net, also on the WWKY repeater, every morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Time, except for Sunday. Don't forget to check out our friends on the Boredom Breaker Net, every day at noon Central Time on Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. You've been listening to the BeaconNet. This is KEQKO. Return the repeater to normal and customary amateur radio use at this time. 73 all.
W8WKY.
Kilo 7, Sierra Hotel Foxtrot, monitoring.
W8WKY. W8WKY. W8WKY, repeater PL1 14.8. W8WKY.